It's a beautiful day for a podcast. A beautiful day for a special guest. Would you be my guest? Could you be my guest? Welcome to Ava's podcast. Now, where the fuck do you think you're going?
Hello and welcome to Where the Fuck Do You Think You're Going? Today, I am here with one of my favorite Abbies. We got through the treacherous journey of Math 3 together. That was a struggle. We bonded even more in yearbook. And I beat her at mini golf because I am superior.
All right.
It is Abby Tolhurst.
Hello.
How are you today, Abby?
I'm good. How are you?
Better now that you're here.
Oh.
Yeah, what can I say? Okay, so yes, we met in yearbook. You're still in yearbook.
Yes.
I'm not in yearbook.
No.
How is it going? How is it going from being a staff member to being an editor?
It's good. It's a lot more responsibility. I had to learn to kind of find solutions. I can't rely on other people to find the answers, so I have to sometimes come up with the answers.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a lot more involved. I guess I'm more aware of everything that's going on, but it is fun. It's a lot of work.
Yeah, it's the commitment.
Yes.
It's the commitment. It's in fourth period, which has always been annoying. And it's year long. Is there like something you had to like? Were there any classes or activities that you had to like give up in order to keep doing yearbook?
Not really, because I've never taken CFCC classes. I've always just taken at Ashley, so that's never been an issue. And I'm not in like a special program like marine science, so that doesn't really inflict. When during school volleyball season, I have practice right after, so that's always a little annoying being there all day and then going to practice. But yeah, I'd say the hardest part now is leaving after school.
Real.
Because I have a fourth block, so then trying to get across town for volleyball practice is kind of a nightmare.
The parking lot is treacherous.
So
the driving is treacherous.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, I feel like most of the time when we hang out, we go and eat a lot of the time.
Yeah.
A lot of the time we end up at Panera. I know you're more of a picky eater, but like what are your favorite foods or cuisines or restaurants?
Mainly Mexican. Shocker.
Oh my gosh, yes, we get Mexican a lot too.
Yeah.
I love Mexican food.
I'd say my favorite are what's the one by the point?
There's K38, there's El Cerro,
El Cerro. It's right by the movie theater in that area.
Oh, yes, I know what you're talking about. I just don't remember what it's called.
Yeah. Whatever that one is.
Whatever that one is.
Yeah.
I mean, all Mexican food is bomb.
Yeah.
What's your go-to order?
3 crunchy tacos, beef and cheese, or chicken, depending on what I'm feeling.
I love that.
Yep.
I love that. I love a chicken taco. I feel like crunchy tacos are slept on. Like, I don't get them very much, but whenever I do have one, I'm like, wait, this is good.
It's just like the chips that they give you beforehand combined with like the goodness of a taco.
Yeah.
It's like all in one. It's delicious.
Yeah, that's like when I get my Chipotle bowl and I eat it with the chips.
Yeah,
It's like a crunchy taco, but it's like
dipping.
Yes. I love a chip and dip. If you know me, you'll know that I love a chip and dip. Oh my gosh, I love dipping things. Okay, let's see. What about, I know that you're a big Billy person.
Yes.
What other music are you into?
I've really been into Mac Miller this past probably 6 months now that it's the new year.
Yes.
And Mac DeMarco. I really like his newest album. It's like One Way Gene or something like that. It's like 100 songs, but I like to listen to it like when I'm working and studying. It's just it's just the vibe.
Yeah, that is a vibe. I'm someone who like listens to a lot of random music, but I don't always know what I'm like even listening to.
Yeah.
Like, I have to like pull up my like songs and be like, oh, right.
Yeah. This is what this is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, now for the reason you're here.
Mm.
Where the fuck do you think you're going? What are your plans for the future?
Well, short term college, obviously. I plan to study marketing, um, and don't know where yet. That kind of depends on if I'm playing volleyball or not, which is a whole other situation I'm sure we'll get into. But um, obviously, somewhere on the East Coast, I don't want to go super, super far. Um, but I'd prefer to stay closer, like in Southeast. But I'm open to the North. Just depends on what opportunities are up there. Um, Other than that, I'm not really sure. Long term, probably working some marketing, social media, digital marketing, advertising job, and traveling. I really want a job that allows me to travel a lot.
Do you have like any specific travel destinations that are like on your bucket list?
Obviously, Europe, everywhere in Europe is a great place. Ireland,
Yes, I want to go to
yes.
Ireland.
Switzerland. I think Switzerland is beautiful.
Yeah.
Um, some tropical places like Fiji. Go to Australia because find a hot surfer guy.
Yes.
So yeah.
That's cool. Are you just wanting to do like little vacays, or are you wanting to do like long term like backpacking trips or like something like that? Like what are you wanting to do with travel?
Um, I guess it just kind of depends on where I travel to. Like somewhere in Switzerland, I'd probably stay longer and backpack and hike and ski and all the things.
Yeah.
Um, but like I don't know,
Yeah.
going to like Italy or something and hopping from little countries in Europe, I'd probably be more short term sort of thing.
Yeah. Do you want to do any like study abroad stuff while you're in
Yes,
college? Yeah.
definitely. That makes it complicated if I play volleyball, but I can always do what they call a red shirt, where I'm still on the team, but I'm not um, an active player, so I'm not using up a semester because you could only play for like I think 4 semesters. So if you're studying abroad, then if you're on the team, then you're using up that semester of eligibility. So I can always redshirt and keep my spot and then still go travel.
That's
So
cool.
yeah.
So how did you like get to be like, yes, I want to do marketing?
Um it's always kind of something like business stuff I've always liked doing. Like when I was a kid, I made different like businesses and had my family like pay me like $1 or something like a spa I did one time when I was little, or I made tie-dye stuff. I had a little tie-dye business. Um, I had a jewelry business. I did a little sewing thing for a bit, but I'd make like websites and Instagram pages and like sell it. But no, it would just be my family buying it. But I found that I was way more interested in creating the social media profiles and advertising it in those businesses and stuff than actually creating the products. So that kind of led me towards that. And then when I took marketing one my freshman year, I was like, oh, like this is really something I like. Not
Yeah.
all of the aspects, more specifically the advertising aspect or social media aspect. But yeah.
Yeah. So you like in your perfect world, you'd be working for other businesses and doing their marketing, or you want to have some sort of like your own entrepreneurial thing?
I'd probably work for other businesses, like a sports team or a sports like clothing line like Dick's or something, or like a fashion something like that.
Yeah. And is that like a job where you just have like one business you focus on, or would you be like branching out into multiple different things?
Probably focusing with the one business, but I guess it just depends on
Yeah.
the type of job that I end up getting.
Yeah. How like easy is it? Like obviously you don't fully know, but how like would you say like how worried are you about being able to find a job in that specific like?
I'm not super worried. Obviously, with social media being more and more prevalent, it's more necessary to be on top of the advertising and the profiles online and stuff. So I don't think that that'll ever be a job that goes out of business unless AI takes those jobs away. Um, but yeah, I don't think it would ever be an issue. So
Is it like a financially reliable job or yeah?
I'd say so. I think if you find the right company to work for and the right like position, I think you could make decent money. Obviously not like crazy like an astronaut or
Yeah.
something, but you'd make good money. So
So you want this to be like your main thing, or are you gonna do like other side things?
probably my main thing. It just depends like what position, what jobs I end up getting after college. But yeah, probably the main thing I focus on. Um,
And are you planning on like just getting your bachelor's degree, or like how far do you have to
I
go for
think
that?
I would be good with just my bachelor's. It obviously would depend on what I'm going for.
Mhm.
But I think most of the time a bachelor's gets you a good starting place
Yeah.
in most of those business careers.
And then do you want to go like straight into the workforce from graduation, or are you like, I'm gonna have a period of traveling or doing something else before you go?
Um, I hadn't given that much thought.
Yeah, I mean it's pretty far ahead.
Yeah,
So.
it's like 5 years from now, 4 years from now.
Yeah. No, I get
Um,
that.
I guess probably, I don't know. Because I could see myself taking time to travel, but then I'm like, well, with what money?
Yeah,
So
true.
maybe working and then
Yeah.
traveling once I build up some of that cash.
Yeah, it is definitely hard because it's like I feel like a lot of people have the idea that it's like I'm gonna go to school and then I'm gonna like take a break, but it's really like how the world is. I feel like it's like you need to be slowly building up internships while you're still in college, and then you're like continuing into them when you graduate. Like it's not really
Hmm.
like you just get like a free period and then can just like come back and be like, hey,
Yeah.
I'm ready for my job now. Like it definitely is hard. I feel like that's why it's good to do it like before
Hmm.
sometimes, but I don't know. It's just like hard to find time. So I feel
Yeah.
like you have to really like grind when you're younger to get to a position where you have that
Hmm.
flexibility. So since you want to do like online marketing, is that something where you're always going to be like working from home, or are there like do you want to work from home, or do you want to be like in like an office setting or like around people?
Um, I wouldn't be opposed to working in an office or around other people. I think it'd make the creative process a lot easier. Um, but obviously working like kind of like my mom does, she's part-time in the office, but mostly remote at home. And so I think doing something like that would allow me a lot of flexibility to do all the traveling.
Yeah,
So that's kind of like the ideal uh, work lifestyle thing.
gotcha. Was this like were you at least starting in high school? Because I know when you're younger, you're just like, oh, I'm gonna be a whatever. But like at least like starting in high school, like is this something you like were planning on doing throughout high school, or did you have some other plan and it like shifted when you went into marketing classes?
I didn't really have a plan for a long time. Once I took the marketing one class, I was like, okay, I like business. Let me kind of figure out what specifically aspect of business I do like. Because I thought originally I was going to go into hospitality
Mhm.
and do something like designing hotels or something like that. And so I took a hospitality and tourism class. I think it was my sophomore year. And I did enjoy it. It just wasn't exactly what I was wanting. So I shifted. I haven't taken a business class since actually. I'm so busy with everything else, but I've been a part of DECA at school,
Mhm.
and so that's helped me a lot to kind of figure out that what specific avenue of business I like.
And what do you do in DECA?
So that's a great question.
Yes, the answer is yes.
Yes, yeah. Um, we have meetings where we do different activities and stuff and fundraisers and different community events, all working towards different what they call campaigns. There's different ones for like community outreach, school outreach, like promotional stuff, and then there's like um, all sorts of different types. And you, depending on how many activities for each of those you do, you get different like recognition levels and things like that. And then there's two. competitions each year. There's the districts competition, which is just our like district area, and there's a couple like actual like school districts that it includes, but we go to Mount Olive and compete there.
Love pickles.
Love pickles. And then there's the state competition, which is the whole state, and that is in Greensboro, I want to say. It's at this giant hotel / convention center, and it's like a 3-day thing, but all of the like competition like events are the first and second day, so you're just kind of hanging out the rest of the day, and it's a lot of fun. But at the competitions, at districts you can only do role plays. So you get like a situation, and you have to come up with the solution for whatever it is, and it's something revolving marketing, whether it's finance or safety or advertising or something along those lines. And you have to come up with the solutions, and you get like 10 minutes, give or take, to prepare and write down anything you want. And then you go into a room and have to present it to a judge who is like role playing as like your manager or whatever in the situation. And you have to try and give them like the keywords that they're looking for, or like the right solutions or whatever. And they can ask you questions or not. But then they score you, and then there's an awards and everything like that. Or at states, you can do what they call a prepared event, where you have to come up with some sort of product or a service, make a whole presentation, and it's a whole thing. It's very in-depth and complicated. I've never done one, just because you have to start doing it so far in advance that I just haven't had the time with everything else going on. So, but it's a lot of fun. It's definitely stressful when you have to compete. You have to like really be able to think on your feet. But it's a lot of fun.
And have you been doing it all of high school, or like when did you start doing it?
I got an email from Miss Stewart because I had taken marketing with her, and so she had sent me an email when they first started the club at Ashley. I think it was my sophomore year, but I didn't join until last year, my junior year. So this will be my second year, but it's been a lot of fun so far.
That's awesome. Yeah, it sounds like a lot, but it does sound like I love little like random like nerdy like convention event things where you're like at a hotel. Like that's like me when I go to Teen Court Summit, and I'm like, you just don't get it. Like I love when it's like you're spending more time with the people than doing the actual event. Have you like made some friends from other places at those convention things?
Yeah, so the prepared events are at states anyway, are on the second day, and then the role play events are the first day. So after the first like day, and like our whole group is competed, the rest of the weekend we're just hanging out, going to the award shows in the evenings, and there's a big mall across the parking lot from the hotel, and we go over there and you talk to different people, because there's people from all over the state. And we have to dress in like business attire, like suits and like nice dresses and everything. And so you're just walking around a giant hotel with a bunch of other teenagers dressed in suits.
That's exactly how it is at Teen Court Summit. I'm like, or even when I just like leave Teen Court and I'm like pumping gas, and I'm like, I look like a like stay-at-home mom. I'm like, what am I doing? Like,
yeah.
Okay, so you play volleyball. And you are thinking about playing it in college? Yes. So like what are your college options right now? Like do you have schools that are like not volleyball and schools that are volleyball, or like how are you going about that?
Yeah, so I applied through Common App I hit the limit. It was like 20.
Oh my gosh.
Some of them were like direct admission though, and I was just like filling it out just so it was in their system. But I applied to some like Wake Forest, William & Mary, Virginia Tech, which are big D1 schools that realistically I wouldn't be able to play at. But they're still great schools, and thought, why not? Might as well. So I have those options if I decide not to play. And even at those schools, I could try out for their team, try and get a walk-on spot, or play club, which would be probably a lot more reasonable. so that's always an option, or intramural, which is like a lower version of club, basically.
Yeah.
But sorry, I just lost my train of thought. Yeah, so those schools I would definitely it's just a different version of playing. Wherever I go, I'll probably play either club or on the school team. But I've also applied to some, like Christopher Newport, which is in Newsport, Virginia. It's like right outside of William and Mary. But that would be a school that I could play at. And so that's a whole process to try and get the school, the coaches and team interested in me. And so there's different options depending on which way I go.
And I know like a couple months ago you had like 2 offers or something. So did you decide to wait because you wanted to see what your other options are, or what happened with those schools?
Yeah, so they were both, one was in New Hampshire and one was in Connecticut. And the New Hampshire one I said no to because they wanted an answer. And I went up to visit. They had me come visit and stay with the girls, and I really loved the team and everything, and the coaches were super nice. It was a really great experience. The school is just really, really small, and it's kind of in the middle of nowhere, and it's up north where I not really familiar with anything up north.
Yeah.
So that was hard to say no to them because it really did have a great visit. The school just wasn't the right fit.
Yeah.
And I think I probably would have ended up transferring. And I'd like to avoid having to do all that if possible.
Yeah.
The school in Connecticut, I haven't said no to. I haven't given them answer, but it's been a while, so I would assume at this point that they've moved on, even if we haven't communicated that formally. So kind of at a standstill right now, but working on trying to get some offers as club season starting back up again. We have our first tournament this weekend, so there'll be more coaches and things and hopefully more opportunities. But yeah.
Yeah, that's really hard to like make a decision so early on. I mean, like we have some people in our class who've decided like their junior year or something, and I feel like that's so hard because especially if you like commit and then you like I could get other things on the table and you've already like that is definitely I'm someone who likes time to think about things. Do you regret at all like not just choosing one so that you just like knew where you were going, or are you happy that you still have options?
I don't regret it because I know just choosing an option just to be done with the process, I'll ultimately regret that.
Yeah.
I do wish I was done with the process and knew where I was going and all of the up in the air stuff was done. But I'm glad that I said no, because whether I end up playing on the school team or not, I know that there's going to be a better fit out there somewhere.
What's like your favorite, either a senior event that's already happened or one that's gonna happen that like you're looking forward to? Like, what's your favorite senior event that occurs?
I did enjoy Senior Sunrise. I wish more people went to the one at the school. You're fine. But they were both fun. I liked painting my senior jeans, wearing those. A little bit stressful, but
yeah.
Homecoming was not it. I went for
Homecoming is for underclassmen. That's what I say.
Yeah. Me and my friends got there at like, I don't know, an hour in, stayed for like 10, 15 minutes, and then left, went to dinner.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was something.
Yeah.
But I would say I'm most looking forward to Senior Assassin.
Oh, I forgot that like happens.
I know.
Wait, when is that?
I don't know. It's one of the juniors that organizes it. They pass the account down to a junior so that all the seniors can play.
That's so valid.
Yeah. I don't know who it is. I think they have to keep it a secret so that, like, I don't know.
There's no like favoritism.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it should be starting here, I think, like a couple weeks into the spring semester. But yeah, I'm really been looking forward to that. It's something I've always wanted to do.
Okay.
And I've always followed like the Instagram account, watching people get eliminated.
Mhm. I just feel like I would be so in a constant state of anxiety. Like I do
Paranoid.
not need that. Like on top of like I'm like I just don't know if I could like
Mm-hmm.
deal with that. Like and if I was the first person eliminated, like
Yeah.
what would like I just
Yeah.
don't know what I would do. But do you think you're gonna make it far?
Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
gonna win.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna win. You heard it here first.
Yeah. That is like wow, I really applause to you. I just
Yeah.
don't think I could do it. I just think that would like push me over the edge.
It's just like you have to be okay with looking a fool in public because you have to wear like the goggles and the floaties or whatever. And I don't go to the gym that everyone goes to, so
Yeah.
it's not an issue. Because
Yeah.
I heard so many people at that like Planet Fitness get eliminated there because they're all there.
Yeah, I know. And it's that one, the one by the school is so small. So
Mhm.
it's like there's just no I remember last year during senior assassin, I like witnessed someone at my gym go and try to get someone, but they were like wearing the goggles and they were so upset. And I was
Yeah.
like, hey. And I had people like come into my like work and I was like, oh, you're doing senior assassin. And they were like, yeah, I'm doing senior assassin. And I was like, good for you.
Good for you.
That's cool. I forgot. That's one of the senior events I forgot about.
Mhm.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. Would you say are you more like excited for the future or scared for the future?
Excited.
Okay.
Like I said, I'm like done with high school,
Mhm.
and so I'm just like want to know what's next. Like, what else is out there for me? You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, just excited to see.
That's good. I feel a mixture, but yeah, that's
Yeah.
that's good that you're excited. That's great. Is volleyball something that is like gonna be done when you leave college, or is that something that you want to continue doing?
I guess that depends on my experience playing in college. There are professional leagues in the US. They're pretty new most of the time. Like in the past couple years, they've just started those up. Before that, athletes after college would have to go overseas to play. But there are some pro leagues in the US now, but I don't think that's something attainable for me. Most of the time, those come from like the big D1 schools and like the 8-foot jumping out of the gym crazy players.
Yeah.
But I would consider playing in some intramural league or something wherever I end up. A lot of the coaches at my club now play beach at Captain Bill's or play at the alumni league at my gym. So I'd definitely be open to it. It just kind of depends how I'm feeling.
Yeah. If you like could do that professionally and like just do volleyball, like would you even want to do that? Or like if that was on the table, or would you want to still do marketing or something else?
I don't know. I don't know how if they actually get paid, like how well they get paid to
Yeah.
play pro. I don't imagine it's very much because it's not as like predominant as like football here. But I would imagine most of the pro players have a day job. If it was an option, I'd definitely consider it. I mean, why not? If you have the option to do it, might as well go for it.
Yeah. Are you wanting to go like in state if you can, or do you have a preference of where you're going to college? I know you said like East Coast or whatever, but like would you want to be in North Carolina, or would you be like somewhere else?
For a long time, I always thought I was like, no, I don't want to be in state. Anywhere in state is too close. And I'm like, well, so I have definitely a couple options. Like I just got accepted into Charlotte, UNC Charlotte.
Hey, congrats.
Thanks. So that's an in-state option, and then I applied to Wake Forest. We'll see how that turns out. But and then I have a couple smaller in-state options. So I definitely have the option to if I wanted to. I've also applied to some out of state. It just kind of depends.
Yeah.
I haven't gotten all of the decisions back yet, and so kind of just waiting till I have all my options in front of me, and then I have to go visit the ones out of state. Like I applied to Tulane in New Orleans, and I've never been there, so I'd have to go visit it.
I see you there. Like I could see you in New Orleans. That makes sense to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really pretty. It's a great party school too.
Yeah.
Can't beat New Orleans. It's like really tough to get into though, so we'll see.
Do you have like a set, like if you got into a specific college, do you have like a set, like this is where I would go, or are you kind of just like flowing with whatever happens?
Kind of just flowing. I'd say my top choices. I applied to U Tampa. Haven't heard back yet. Should be getting it any day.
Scary.
I know, but I've been to Tampa for volleyball tournaments, and I really do like it there. It's U Tampa is like right in the middle of downtown, but it's on the beach, so you kind of get both city and beach life. Um, it's smaller, but I definitely think I'd really thrive there. Um, but then again, like the traditional like Wake Forest or Tulane style campuses both sound really appealing.
Yeah.
So it just kind of depends where I get the most money from and
True.
yeah, if I get into those places.
Yeah.
So
Okay. And what would you say is like your biggest obstacle with trying to get where you want to be, like either college wise or like career wise? Like what's like one of the biggest things you're struggling with?
from everything I've been told, business degrees are not very complicated as compared to like nursing or something. So that wouldn't be my main issue. I think my biggest obstacle is volleyball right now.
Okay.
Trying to decide where I'm gonna play, if I'm gonna play. Um, the recruiting process is very long and very difficult, and you get told no a lot. And you just have to keep sending emails, and that's not a fun task. But I really want to play somewhere, and just trying to find that right program fit and school fit is really something that is just keeping this process from rolling forward.
Yeah. How would you say you like deal with the uncertainty about your future or your college or whatever, just like any of those hard negative thoughts in this very treacherous process? Like how are you dealing with that?
My parents have been really good at helping me through it, helping me with certain tasks where they can. Just kind of talking to them about everything. I found my journal from years ago that I've started using just to get my thoughts out there, because a lot of times it just brews up in my head forever, and then that isn't comfortable. Nope. So yeah, just kind of talking out with my family. I don't really talk about it much with friends, just because I've just kind of been distancing from my friends at school. Not because they did anything wrong, it's just...
It's a rough time.
Yeah.
It's a rough, gloomy period.
Yeah.
Yeah. Senior year is like, there's all the fun senior things, but then I feel like it's like they pass you by and you don't even enjoy them because there's so many other things. And it's so hard to stay in the moment because I'm like, there's just so many things up ahead that you have to like think about. That's like the thing with even like adulthood, not just college, but it's like one day you're just all of a sudden 18 and now it's like, oh, there's all this shit. Like, and it's like, what is happening? And it's like you have to focus so much on like things up ahead because it's like just so much. But yeah, it's a year. It's a process.
Definitely
but
a year.
there are good parts in it too.
Yeah.
What's like one thing further out in the future that you're like really excited for? Like it can even be something that's maybe more unrealistic, but like what's something in your future that you like really hope that you accomplish or get to do or anything like that? Like a bucket list or something like that.
I have no clue if this would ever happen, but my mom and I, have you ever seen The Amazing Race?
I haven't.
It's a great show. You should really watch it. It's where teams of two compete for, I think it's like $1 million, and they fly all across the world, and they have in each city they have to do different challenges and things that kind of show them the culture and the different things to do in that city, and it's really cool. Just a really cool way to hopefully make some money and also see all these different things and do all these different things that you probably wouldn't be able to do otherwise. And so my mom and I have always talked about applying and trying to go and do it, because why not?
Yeah.
So no clue when that would happen with everything, but definitely something we've talked about and I know would love to do.
That would be so fun. I feel like we should like normalize just like applying to random game shows.
Yeah.
Like I would love to like be on Wheel of Fortune.
You'd kill that.
Ugh, thanks. Like I don't know. Like I feel like what if I got it? Like what if I
Yeah,
could?
like why not?
Yeah, that's like, and it's a good rejection therapy. Like just put yourself out
Uh-huh.
there. You know, we've dealt with enough rejection already. like,
Yeah.
this year. I didn't.
Can't get worse.
Yeah, I didn't apply to many schools, so I haven't really dealt with rejection because I like sheltered myself. But it still is like, I mean, I got waitlisted. I applied to 2 schools, and the one I've gotten back, I got waitlisted. So
Oh.
it's like,
That's not a no.
yeah. I automatically got into Charlotte, so that's like my like backup. But
Mhm.
I haven't had the experience of being like, whoa,
Yeah.
I got accepted. But yeah, no, I feel like it's good to get some rejection therapy, and I think we should start applying to game shows. Maybe we shouldn't say that because then other people are going to do it, and they're going to
Yeah.
take the spot away from us.
Don't
So
apply.
don't apply to game
that's
shows.
ours.
It's a really bad idea, and you
Mhm.
shouldn't do it. And it sounds really horrible
Yeah.
and unenjoyable.
Mhm.
Do you have like a plan B if you end up being like, I hate marketing, or it's just like, okay, marketing isn't going to work out. AI took all the marketing jobs. Like,
Mhm.
what do you have a plan B of what you would do?
Mm,
Cry?
yeah, cry a lot.
Yeah.
Probably, I don't know. I'd either switch to something like writing or like publishing or something like that, or stay kind of in the business realm and do like environmental
Mhm.
business things, like regulating that sort of thing, making sure businesses are doing things ethically in ways that'll like help the environment and
Mhm.
keep it how it is or improve it. Or something like sports management, so either like a manager for a sports team or like working at a convention center, because I went and saw this one we went on a field trip and we went to I think it was the Charlotte Spectrum Center,
Mhm.
and we went to see a Hornets game, and that was really cool. And we met a bunch of different people that like run the convention center and like help with the team. We met a sales guy for the team, so shift to something in the sports realm I could see myself doing.
Yeah, that's awesome. Um, it's always like so hard to think about plan Bs, but
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the hardest part, which is just something that people haven't had to deal with before, is the AI thing.
Yeah.
Like even with writing, like even that, it just like sucks. Like because I
Mhm.
used to want to do journalism, and then I was like, oh, that's not gonna
Yeah.
happen. Is there something in the future that like you hope you've like grown or like changed about yourself, like evolved in some way? Is there
Mhm.
some way you want to be different?
I kind of wrote my college essay about this, like coming out of my shell more and becoming more social. Um, Coming out of middle school, I was very much a wallflower. Didn't really know how to interact with people, especially coming to a public high school where I didn't know anybody. Um, like I went to a private Christian school for middle school, so I didn't know anybody else aside from the volleyball team. And so that was definitely a struggle, but I feel like I've definitely grown to just put myself out there more, and
Mhm.
I still care, but not as much
Yeah.
about what others think.
Yeah. I think it's always gonna be there a little
Yeah.
bit, but it definitely is like high school is just such a learning process, and I can't even imagine coming from a private school. Like
Yeah.
kudos. Kudos to you.
I knew it would be rough, but I knew it'd be worse going to Coastal Christian.
Yeah.
I just knew that wasn't for me.
Yeah, some exposure therapy, you know? You've
Mhm.
made it out the other end
Yeah.
now, and look at you
I'm
now.
better for it.
Yeah. And finally, for anyone who is in a similar situation to you, either wanting to pursue the same career as you, or a senior who's trying to figure out what they're doing or figuring out the sports process and all that
Mhm.
stuff, like what is some advice that you would want to give to someone else who's experiencing similar things to you?
I'm still trying to remind myself of this, but there is going to be an end to the process. You're going to find the school, even if I have to tell myself that right now. There's going to be some place out there, whether you end up playing the sport you want or not. And even if you might still end up playing, but it might just look different than you'd initially imagined. So just stick with it. Do everything you can to try and work for those goals of playing or not, or going to the school you want, because even if it doesn't work out, you'll know you did everything else and you won't regret not doing something.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, of course. Thank you for sharing your experience. I bet other people will enjoy knowing they're not alone in
Yeah.
this treacherous time of life. I can't wait to see you kick ass in Senior Assassin. I'll be watching from a
Yep.
distance. And I know that you, as rough as it is right now, and I'm having the same experience, there is light at the end of the tunnel,
There's
and
light.
we will end up where we're supposed to be.
Exactly.
Thank you so much again. And thank you to anyone who is listening. I'm so happy that I got to learn where the fuck you think you're going.
Would you be my guest? Could you be my guest?